Hey everyone, it's Erica from Genesis Gifts and More. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, January 13th, 2018, from 3 to 9, we have our sacred goddess gathering. We will be exploring the sacred element of water. And so I didn't want to take up too much time talking about my personal experiences with my relationship to water. So I wanted to just make a video of that for anyone that wanted to know what that was like or how that developed. And so I'll just jump right into it. So in preparation for this event, I started to ask myself, like, okay, so when did my relationship to water really take flight? Like, when did I notice that water was a helpful elder that was kind of like guiding me and helping me? And I thought back, and I always remember like summer being a favorite season of mine because I would get one of those pools. It's only like, like a feet or a feet and a half deep, and just totally loving it. And, I always loved submerging myself in water. And even when I didn't know how to swim, like I just always felt very comfortable and at home with it. I think because it's very fluid, and I've definitely been an empath all my life. And so water was very cleansing and also nurturing, and it helped me to better explore myself in a way. And so, I went back to being a kid, and I thought, well, when did it stop? Because I thought it went back to like being on psychedelics that started it. And then I was like, no, wait, this goes way back to when I was a kid. But then you grow up, and I didn't grow up in a household that kind of like nurtured the nature-based relationships. Had my mom been pagan or Buddhist or a bit more like non-denominational, she probably would have fostered that relationship a little bit more. And but that's okay, things happen for a reason. And anyway, so we grow up, our imagination kind of gets a little crushed, and we just kind of grow out of it, sadly. And then I started to smoke weed once I got a little bit older. I was really scared of it, actually, because of all the rumors that you hear growing up as a kid. I participated in the DARE program, so I was pretty scared of it. But I didn't smoke till I was like 19, 20, and it was through a very safe and nurturing space. And what I experienced afterwards, even with secondhand smoke, because that's how I kind of felt comfortable doing it, was after the secondhand smoke would settle, and I was just really clear-minded. Like I could hear spirits so clearly, and questions that I had asked other adults that had gotten like, just kind of like dismissed, like these questions just started to unravel in my mind, and so many things made sense. And I went through a couple traumas growing up, and so being able to cope around that and heal through that and understand the purpose was monumental. It allowed me to really take charge of myself and who I wanted to be, and what I wanted to create and do with my time here. And so I think maybe a couple months after I started to explore with cannabis, I started to, get high and then go into the shower. And it became a very almost like ceremonial thing, because it was very much about self-care and giving myself that time to reboot and tune into the element of water. And it was like even louder and more clearer, and my heart just became so much more I don't know what word to use for that, but I started to explore with like my real heart desires, and then that was also huge, because I started to manifest and attract certain aspects of those desires, and then that led me to exploring with sacred mushrooms and those golden teachers, man. They are magnificent and just so beautiful. But anyway, I'm running short on time. Sum it up. During my shroom trip, water was just, I needed to touch water. I literally hiked around, looked for a body of water, took my boots off, took my socks off, dipped my feet in the water, and I mean, that was just like opening up another can of worms. And then later we got to a friend's house. I showered, and it was the most like amazing shower of my life. It was such a blessing. I definitely felt like I was born again on that night. And I invite you all to just kind of explore with that. And it's really based on having a genuine intention and genuinely just wanting to tap into our elders in that way. And you know, everything is a reflection of us, so it's really just kind of being able to better understand yourself as well, from a creator point of view. And then also it really allows us to pay attention as to how we go about these elements in the everyday life. How we go about water, the soil, the air quality. There's so much to it. So that's also one of the reasons why I decided to specify our goddess gatherings to be not only an elemental factor and educational in that way, but also have it be open to all genders, because we all have a divine feminine and masculine energy within us. But I do feel like it's a good time to celebrate the divine feminine and build community around that, a place where there's no judgment, only love and community and good times. So I hope to see you guys here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope 2018 is fucking poppin'. Peace.